Just smile.
Yo, what up, movie lovers? It is your friend, your boy, it is Movie Judge here, and today on another video of ours, I am doing a movie review video on a movie that just came out last week. It is the creepiest, the most controversial, the most fantabulous, and the most green hair, white mask villain you know and love. The one makes laughter seem triply evil, and the one where capital J is in his name. It is Joker! That's right, everybody. I'm doing a movie review on Joker. How do you like the intro? I thought it was pretty good. So anybody, any claps? Any claps? No? Okay. Well, anyway, so with this movie, I am going to be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, controversials of the political time about stuff in this movie. I'm going to be talking about all types of interesting things in this movie, and I am going to basically give you a good movie review on this movie. So, and the one that is not biased whatsoever. Alright, so anyway, also I needed to let you know, I'm so sorry for not uploading. There just haven't been really good movies, and I've been busy with school and work and all this other stuff. But now I'm back. I'm going to be doing some more videos, some trailer videos, all kinds of cool stuff. So you should be looking for that in the future. And, that's about it. So we're going to get into this video. I'm not going to take any more of your time with the intro, so we're going to get going. So, I should all let you know before this movie review begins, this movie is rated R. So if you are going to go see this, or plan to go see this, I'm just letting you know that it is rated R. There are violence, it's not as bad as a lot of other rated R movies, but it is rated R. So definitely if you're 17 and older, go ahead. It is dark. Letting you all know. If you're younger than that and you're going with somebody that is that age, just be prepared. That's all I can say. So, with that out of the way, I should let you know this movie review will have spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers, well, spoilers. I'm just gonna let you know. But don't worry. When I talk about kind of the summary of the movie and all, there won't be any spoilers until I let you guys know there will be spoilers. So, you know, if you want to know a little bit about the movie before you go to the movie, you want to stay here. But then after, once it goes to the spoilers, definitely click off unless you don't care about getting it spoiled. So anyway, let's get going. First, I'm going to talk about the movie. So, the movie, let's get right into it. The movie was great. Okay, it is fantabulous. That's all I can say. That's all you should know about this movie. It is by far a great movie. So, but before we talk about why it's a good movie, let me tell you a little things about the movie. Of course, it is Joker. Joker is a villain. Okay, so don't expect this movie to be like an anti-villain like Loki or anything like that. It is a villain. He does creepy things. You wonder why? Well, this kind of explains the whole backstory about why and how he became Joker and why he does what he does. So, this movie is basically, it's an origin story for Joker. Of Joker. So, it talks about how he kind of goes into madness. It tells him how he gets kind of crazy and how he does stuff. And it also talks about how he just kind of became his name, everything. It explains basically everything you wanted to know about Joker. And, yeah, that's basically kind of the summary of it. So now, for you guys that are wondering about spoilers, you gotta click off now, unless you want it spoiled. Alright? You've been warned. You still there? Okay. So, if you're still here, then that means you want to know the spoilers, or you're already seen the film. So, let's get going. Okay, so with the movie, it is fantabulous. This movie, by far, is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen of a villain. It is dramatic. It has emotion where there should be emotion. There's creativity. It makes a dark horror type situation into a beautiful construction of art. It is like the Mona Lisa of villains, and the reason why they do what they do. It's kind of it's quite interesting if you look into the movie at a view, not saying this is horrible, kind of like wondering like, I get this. So that's kind of the whole point of the movie. So anyway, it talks about how this poor man, Arthur, which is the name in this movie, Arthur Fleck, of how he became Joker kind of going through all these hard problems. Starts off with him twirling a sign, kind of poor man gets jumped and all that. There's all type of hard problems he's going through, and how he just kind of keeps getting belittled by stage by stage by stage. Kind of almost into how people go into a depression. It's the same type of concept, and it kind of shows how he goes into madness, where he finally snaps and he lets free and lets the Joker wild in it. So, and that's basically the kind of summary of it. So now we're gonna, this is by far, personally, this is by far the second best DC movie I have ever seen. Now, I'm a little biased. I believe Wonder Woman is by far one of DC's best movies. Modern movies, of course. If you go into the old movies like the Batman series and Dark Knight and all those, and Superman and stuff like that, then it may be a different story. But with the newest movies coming out, Wonder Woman by far is my favorite movie. And then it would go this movie. The way it was constructed was so well done. I clapped to them. They, by far, made a beautiful movie. So, with that out of the way, let's go and talk about the actors. So, the actors that play these wonderful characters are, we got the person that played Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. I hope I said that correctly. And then we got Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, I believe, plays either one of either Bruce Wayne or the person that was on the show, which when you see the movie you will understand, or when we go into this video, you'll see why. I don't know which one. Alright, it's been a while since I've seen a photo of him, so just, yeah. So anyway, those are the actors. Great performance by them, and there's lots of Easter eggs. If you check out some other videos on other people, there's a lot of Easter eggs, of course, in comic books, of course. And so now we're gonna talk about before we talk about the next thing. By the way, these actors, they, especially the person who played Joker, had such emotion in his facial expression when there's no words, that it was just beautifully well done the way he did it. It was truly expressive. When he danced, it showed his pain, and it just kind of created this whole, it was all a mental thing. It almost seemed like everything that was happening was in his mind. It was very interesting how they showed that into the world. So definitely he's a great actor for sure. And then let's go on to the next thing. Alright, so the good, the bad, the ugly. So the good. Alright, so with the good, there was a beautiful, and I mean beautiful plot. It had a great plot with having China is an origin film telling of how Joker became Joker, how Arthur became Joker, basically. It started from step one, this man that had big problems, kind of crazy, kind of different, to, how he just kind of became a madman. It showed the steps and the developing selves of this crazy man turning into a maniac, a mass killer, basically. The most evil villain that we know in the DC universe. And truly, it had great transformation of a character. Of course, you always thought the character was a little off, but it truly shows it in the end of how much he's changed. And also, in this movie, it is rated R, so there are some things that should make it rated R. And one of that is there is killing. There are, I believe, let's see, there is 1, there is 2, there is 3, there is 4. Yeah, there's 4 known killings in the movie. 3 of them are by gunshot and stabbing, and 1 of them is from suffocation, and another one is, I don't know what the other one can't be. It was a while from when I saw it, but those. So there are killings in the movie. So, but the way they were killing, it wasn't just like, oh, he's a mass killer and he's just gonna kill everybody. No, even for a crazy man like Joker, where you don't really know why he does what he does. In this sense, you understand why he killed them. You have a reason. He has a motive. You get why he did this. You get like, why did he kill in one of the movies he kills one of his friends that betrayed him, and he had gave him a gun and basically told on him. And of course, he shouldn't kill the guy, but this is Joker. This is an evil guy, of course. But he killed him because he told on him. And there is a part where his mom, by the way, his mom was a big plot thing in the whole plot. You guys ready for this? All right. His mom is the reason why he turned bad. The reason why he is Joker is because partly of his mother and the people around him belittling him and treating him like he does not exist. And the reason he exists now is because of what he did. And that is killing. And that is being a mass crazy man. But his mom abused him when he was young. And since she abused him so much, and she was crazy woman and she was in Arkham asylum when the whole thing kind of sets out. He realized this and actually kills her, nicely, shall I say. Well, something. And the way it's done is that he basically having revenge on this horrible woman that did this to him, did this to his life, lied to him his whole entire life, which makes sense. And then, there's other killings, where he just was sick of being, pushed around. And so all these killings had a reason. And there wasn't actually many killings. Actually, I've seen a lot more killings in a lot of other movies. This was nothing. And it was purposeful. Very, and that's hard to find in movies these days. So definitely that was a good part of the movie. The other good parts was you figure out how he became Joker. So you understand, like when he was young, he had all this medication. He had all these reasons. He thought dark thoughts because he thought nobody saw him, nobody believed in him. And then you see as he gets, he did this act. He killed 3 men on a train that were abusing him, kicking him around, and people called him a hero because of these big bank corporation guys treating everybody like crap, and hurting people, and he was kind of like a hero to the underground, and also shows the following of all his followers wearing the mask based on his mask, showing him that he was in fact a hero to them anyway. He's a villain, of course, but and that's kind of how it starts going, and he just learns all this stuff, and there's so many breaking points of how he learns how his mom lied to him, and there's all this stuff. He actually thought he was related to the Wayne family at one point because of there was a letter that showed that it was from his dad, well, not his dad, his mom talking to his dad about his son, but in fact it turns out that he was adopted, and all this stuff, and the Wayne family didn't do anything, and they actually told the police about this woman and had her go to Arkham because she was crazy and whatever. But he thought, before he knew this stuff, he thought he was related to Batman's family, the Wayne family, and it kind of sets this whole kind of cycle up of why. And so, and of course his the dad he thinks he has, which is Wayne, punches him in the face, which you saw in the trailer. And that kind of sets off of how he hated that man for what he did, and explains why his parents were killed actually by a Joker falling when because he set this whole hero thing when he finally shot the host and kind of told he was not going to take crap from anybody, which explains why Batman doesn't like him, is because he knew that Joker's followers killed his parents in front of him, which explains why he always hated Joker. That explains the biggest plot thing. And of course we knew Joker I don't like his family and killed him, either killed him personally or killed him, or one of his followers killed him, in which edition you watch. But not only that, but also you explained that actually Joker met the boy way before he killed his dad, and so they already had an interaction way before. It's quite interesting. And so that I thought that was great. They had a great small detail and whatever, and it was truly a very emotional, and I love how they played the violin. They had that kind of eerie kind of horror film, with the violent venom, and it was great. It kind of created that creepiness. He even at one point locked himself in a fridge, and so you saw how destroy this man, and especially with the dancing and playing with guns, and just kind of saw this crazy man involved. It was very interesting. He actually at one point, it was actually kind of funny. He went up, he flipped it, and pretended to shoot somebody, and he shot the wall, and he was like crazed out and all that. And it just kind of shows, and also in his mind, there's this girl that he liked that, he had an interaction since nobody noticed him, this girl noticed him, he thought it was Maui, and this whole time, he imagined his life with her. And we, as the audience, think he's with this woman, but he isn't. And this woman is now part of his almost subconscious, showing that how he lost his grip on reality, and it's showing this truly crazy man. It is very inexpressive. So anyway, that was the good. I thought by far it deserved 4 or 5 stars. It was great. Now we're on to the bad. There's one thing. There wasn't much bad in this movie, I would have to say, but there's one thing that bothered me. You never know what happens to the black girl that was with her. Not with her, with him, through that whole journey. After he walked out of her apartment, you don't really know what happens with her. Like, what does she, does she just live a normal life? Does she see him again? Does he come back and kill her? Like, you don't know what happens. You didn't really see the whole value except that it was in his head. That was the only thing that bothered me. But besides that, it was a good movie. It showed how he created himself and his followers, and it created this whole world based on the Wayne family, basically, and his mom, of how they deceived him and created him into this villain. So anyway, that was the bad. That was the only thing I had to complain. And then the most ugly, is that dang media and dang people out there that just think that, oh, this is too violent. Which I agree, it is violent, but it's necessary violence. It is a violence where it's not just rampant killing. I've seen way worse rated R films that got way better reviews on Rotten Tomato and all that had way more killing and way more brutal and way more horrible things. I've seen horror films do worse, and they say this is too violent because there's the only thing I saw on the conversity on looking in pages was that political stuff of talking about the political and how they're fighting the system and whatever. And second is the violence and how it was creepy violence. It was like, it's Joker. It's supposed to be creepy movie. It's supposed to be violent. It's supposed to have a creepy vibe to it because that's what the character's based off. And third, it also talks about child and how it kind of abused, but he didn't do anything to the child. Actually, if you watch the movie and you pay close attention and you don't use your imagination, you go ahead and you see that he was just playing with the child, and when he was in his house, because he thought it was connected. So he thought it was like his stepbrother. And so he was just being a nice man and making the kid laugh, and he probably was seeing the smile because he always thought smiling, and so that's probably why he put his fingers in his mouth and made him try to smile, just to see the resemblance. And so I don't know where they were going with that, but it had no cause of anything with the child. I don't know why they would think it's really violent. Sure, there's violence and it's gore, but it's rated R. There's violence. It's a Joker movie. It's creepy. That's supposed to. It makes you feel uncomfortable. That's the whole point of the movie. And I just don't get it. I just don't get those people that think that expecting this to be different than what it is. It is not like The Dark Knight. It is not like any other DC movie with Joker in it. And also it's rated R, so it's supposed to be dark. And DC movies are dark. And they should already know that. So anyway, that was the only the ugly I found. But besides that, the movie went with flying cars. It did great on the box office. And so for my last thing, which is the Rotten Tomatoes and the percent. So yeah, let's get it in. So, the final score of the Rotten Tomatoes. So, on Rotten Tomatoes, it got a horrible score of 68%. 68%. I was stunned when I saw this on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's truly, you're gonna love this. And then I found 94% like this movie. 94% liked this movie, but yet 68% said it was a good movie. Only 68%. That's truly where the controversy and I think the biasism of this movie, of where it truly, you can tell the people that wrote on these are switching the views. They're not telling a true opinion. That's why you guys watch videos like this. True reviewers, movie reviewers like myself that want to tell the truth and tell the true facts and not discourage them like Rotten Tomato has done in past movies. And there's other YouTubers that have talked about this as well. So you definitely, if you think I'm lying, check them out. So anyway, as I was saying, definitely it got 68% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I still, hold on with me, 94 like this movie, and on IMDb it got 8.9%. 8.9% out of 10. Out of 10. That's an actual company. Not just like, oh, people like that movie because, you know, they're gonna see it. It actually was a company. So that's when you truly know that the biasism of the Rotten Tomato is truly people that feel like everything needs to be protected. And everything, we can't decide for ourselves what we should watch and what our children should watch and all that because they think they should control everything. Anyway, you can just say, hey, I don't agree with that, or hey, I do agree with that, whatever. But you came for the review, so I'm just letting you know and just kind of letting you know and aware of what the reviews are and why that it was probably not true. So next time you're checking Rotten Tomatoes, check the other ones as well, because that is truly where you're going to get the true source. So anyway, that was the percents on there. And my rating, what I rated. What is the movie judge review this movie? Well, you heard what I said about this movie. I think it's a beautiful movie, well created, inspiring, a masterpiece, as they say, and I think it deserves, drumroll please, a 9 out of 10. I believe this movie was a great movie. I wouldn't give it a 10 because I've seen some 10 movies and it doesn't reach criteria, but with what they had going for the movie and what I've seen in the movie, out of DC movie, this is one of the best movies that I've seen out of DC besides Wonder Woman. It is one of the best. It gets a 9 for sure. 9 out of 10. And that's why I scored this movie. And should I recommend it? And now I need to tell you guys, would I recommend this? I would 100% recommend this movie, especially if you like DC or you like comic books, and if you like dark movies or you like Batman movies and stuff like that. And also if you are 17 and older, or even if you're younger, I think you should see it. Although be aware there are some scenes that may make you feel grossed out or sensitive, just letting you know. But definitely I would recommend this movie 100%. Definitely go see it, especially before it goes out of theater. So definitely get in your car, get your wallet, drive down there and go see the movie. Even if you're by yourself, go ahead and check it out. Definitely see the movie. I definitely recommend it to anybody that loves comics, anybody that likes dark movies, anybody that loves Batman movies, literally anybody that likes a dark, gritty, but yet interesting art movie. Definitely would recommend it. So that is basically it. So anyway, that is the movie review for Joker. Hope you all enjoyed. I had a great time telling you guys my opinion and the facts, the true facts of this movie. And I hope you all enjoy your day. I hope you enjoy the video and you have a great day. And I'll see you on the next one. Alright, so you have fun. And as the Joker, don't forget to smile. Joking, but you know, yeah. Have a great day.
Can you introduce me as Joker? Send in the clown.